but yeah, I'm excited to do that again. We should. That needs to be the next fucking thing we do.
It
Uh,
does actually. Like legitimately. Oh god.
like a week ago.
That's all right.
Uh,
We adhere to our own schedule.
yeah. I mean, look, we're just playing fucking fastball here, you know,
I mean, I'm literally laying in bed right now.
on the beach,
I'm on the beach, on a bed on the beach.
which is looks really cool and relaxing for you. I'm glad you
Pretty
didn't
nice.
invite me. So thank you for that.
I mean, it's a little chilly here, so I'm wearing my hoodie
Yeah, on the beach in the
on
nice
the
sun.
beach.
I mean, it is December, so it
Exactly.
makes
It's
sense.
cold.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's way nicer than fucking 47 degrees in Austin, Texas, where I might be. I don't know
Where you might actually
where I
be.
might actually be. How cold is it in Beantown or whatever you call Seattle?
We usually call it Beantown.
Okay.
But the temperature right now is 28 degrees. A
Ooh,
nice and chilly
a
28. I
balmy
got
28.
all I got like all four of my blankets over there. Uh just like sleeping under every single one of them, getting nice and toasty.
Oh man. Yeah, it's I've been sleeping for the last 9 days on a twin size mattress that my feet don't like reach over the edge of it, and I'm hitting my fucking
Oh,
they have this like horrible furniture on the bed that like basically like right at the end of the mattress is like a plank of wood. So my feet are like my toes are like
great.
fucking right up against the plank of wood like all night while I'm
Dude.
sleeping, and I've been super
Fuck.
achy and sore for the last like 9 days.
As I guess Christina is not with you.
No, she gets here tomorrow, but she's gonna fit just fine on this fucking
Right.
thing. We just have
Still,
two
it's
twin
like
beds
a
next to each other.
yeah.
We're gonna be like an old married couple that like can't fucking stand each other.
Yeah, just like a side. You each got your own side of the room.
Yeah,
You know,
like
go to
you
bed
stay
at
over
like different
there.
times, and
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm gonna be like, shut up. You know,
which yeah, which is what a lot of couples do say these days.
yeah, like, hey, shut up over there.
Like, Jay, shut up.
She's 2 feet
I'm
away from
listening to
me.
Joe. I'm listening to Joe.
Hey, I'm listening to Joe. Hey, why don't you shut your mouth?
Shut your trap. I'm listening to Pesci.
What a beautiful world.
Listen, guys. Oh ho
Hey,
ho! This is
listen,
the Christmas episode.
we're
If you
sorry.
couldn't tell,
Yeah.
we're sorry. I wanted to do a fucking musical. Lucas was not interested at all.
Did you really?
So
Did I forget that?
you were
Did I
just
forget
saying
you
it
wanted to
was
do a
like the
musical?
most unhinged idea that anyone could ever have for. I thought it was
what
a great idea for a Christmas episode.
what I love is that we were trying to think of a good idea for a Christmas episode, because last year we did like my three favorite Christmas songs and your least favorite Christmas songs because you hate Christmas and you're a fucking Scrooge, bah
That's
humbug,
right. Yep.
earn it. Yeah, you're the worst. So
Yeah.
I love Christmas. And I honestly, we spent weeks trying to think of a good idea for a Christmas episode that wasn't the same thing that we did last year, that wasn't just listening to like a Christmas album or something.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I don't know how you found this record, but you were like, hey,
Uh,
how about we listen to this? And I had no idea that Joe Pesci had recorded a Christmas album. And then really there's only one Christmas song on this
really,
record.
he didn't.
Yeah, really he didn't. So before we get into it, let's just say, what's up, buds? And welcome to the Christmas special of the Earbuds podcast. Two buds talk about one not really Christmas album for probably way too long. We are your hosts, me, Lucas, the Christmas Miracle, Indrakovs, and you,
Uncle
Ash,
Lou.
hey, Uncle Lou, Indrakovs, and you, Ash, the Christmas humbug Grinch, um, uh, Ernest Borgnine Henry.
Ernest. What? Okay.
Ernest
Yeah. Sure.
Borgnine. Yeah,
Sure.
I think he was a famous Grinch, a famous
Uh, Vince Vaughn is who I was thinking of.
cranky old
Uh,
man. Okay,
to
sure.
kind of like add on to that list of stuff.
Your head is not
Um,
nearly as big as Vince Vaughn said. So at
I'm
least there's
trying
that.
my fucking best.
My ego can only get so big. Your head's so inflated. So I want to ask, what the fuck are we talking about today, Ash? Like, can you just people saw it
Well,
on the title, but they are probably extremely confused.
one thing that I find very endearing about you, my friend, is
Hmm.
that along with music, you have a second, maybe even deeper passion for movies, for
Yes.
cinema,
Yes.
for the filmed arts.
Yes.
Um, so surely you've watched and loved my cousin Vinny.
I have and do.
Yes, and you know the Vinny, the titular Vinny, Vincent LaGuardia Gambini.
I forgot his middle name was LaGuardia, which I find hilarious.
And you know what? In 1998, everyone was blessed with a little album called Vincent LaGuardia Gambini Sings Just for You.
Yeah, like
Um,
what are we doing here? Like, is this what we've devolved to? Listening to Joe Pesci pretend to be a lounge singer that sings one Christmas
Joe
song?
Joe Pesci is a loud singer. He was
Okay,
pretending to be Uncle Vinny
it's
or
true, and
fucking
I
cousin Vinny.
I had no idea that he started his career as a lounge singer. He wasn't an
Yeah.
actor for from the get go. Um, but it's really hard to find information about this record online. Only thing I found was
Yes.
anyone who reviewed it, any critic that reviewed it, absolutely fucking hated
Which is weird to me, and we'll get into that later. But
it.
as a
Not
little
so weird.
forward, the way I found out about this album was
Yeah,
I was
please
talking
tell me.
I was talking to my fucking partner, and I was like, I
To
don't
my
know,
fucking partner,
to my fucking partner.
the old ball and chain.
Ugh, the old fucking
Yeah, the old gabagool.
the fucking gabagool of my life.
Yeah,
The gabagool of my life. Okay? Ugh,
the what did my friend call me the other day?
fucking
I'll
big
never
beluga,
remember.
baby beluga.
Probably.
Um about I was just talking like, yeah, we're just trying to come up with a fucking idea for a Christmas episode. Like we don't really want to do a Christmas album. I don't think we said that, but we kind of understood it.
Yeah,
And
even me who loves Christmas didn't want to do a Christmas album.
we didn't want to do the song thing again. You didn't like my musical idea, which is weird and
Nope.
fucked up.
Well, you wanted to
Um,
write a musical, basically. Is now I remember.
yeah, I wanted to have like at least four songs. Um,
At least,
well, yeah, well, like the last one would be a cover. It would be like "Baby, It's Cold Outside," and it would
but
just be us
like,
duetting.
did you want it to be like a conversation and then we just break out into song like a musical?
Yeah, and then like
Oh,
one of the sections was us doing like a rap like roast battle in an
yeah, the
Action
rap part
Bronson
threw me
style.
off. That's exactly, yep, I remember now. That's why I hated the idea.
It's such a fun idea. It's so it would
You know
whatever.
how much effort that would have taken?
I think it would have been so easy.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll do that next year and I'll let you do everything. I'll let you write the entire thing.
Thank you.
Okay.
So as your penance, we are now listening to this album
And this
because
was your
for
girlfriend's idea.
yeah, for whatever reason,
How
Riley
does
just
how
like
does your girlfriend know this fucking album?
I don't know, I don't remember.
Oh,
It,
Jesus.
she might have told me, but who
I had no
fucking
idea that this album existed. And what's crazier is that this isn't even his first record. It's the second one, and he has a third one that he came out like a few years ago.
yeah, yeah, like 2019, I think, right?
Yeah, 2019. Yeah, like I don't even know how to feel about the fact that Joe Pesci has three albums.
I feel pretty good about it.
I'm
Uh,
emotionally conflicted.
which is it's interesting because he was a lounge singer, right? So you would expect
Right.
a lot of. You see the fucking cover. He's got a fucking cigarette in his hand. There's a
Yeah,
woman on the front. He's just like it looks like a fucking lounge album.
for
But
sure.
the first like 5 to 6 songs are all so vastly different and nothing in line of like lounge at
No,
all. It's like the first song is like a Latin
like
horn based kind of
Calypso.
calypso
Yeah. The
deal.
second one is a fucking rap song
It's a shitty rap song. The
where
third
Joe
one
Pesci raps.
is like there's a fast swing. There's like a rock and blues
Yeah.
thing that he's doing.
Yeah.
The latter half of the album, I think, just kind of sleeps more in the lounge and jazzy area.
Yeah, for
Uh,
sure.
but it's quite a shock when you get into it and you're
Yeah,
listening to
I can't
fucking
imagine Joe Pesci as a real lounge singer. Like apparently that's how he started his career, was doing kind of pop covers, lounge style, and then he started doing kind of like a comedy act with someone else as like, this kind of, they would insult each other and then blah blah, and all of a sudden one of them would start singing a song and people would clap and then they'd sing the whole song and then they move on. And it's weird, man, because it's weird to think of him as a legit lounge singer because this album is so bad.
it is actually, I don't know if you listen to it, a perfect 10 out of 10 album.
I didn't listen to the album, I'll admit it.
Oh,
Yeah, but
okay.
apparently it's supposed to be like you said, his character for My Cousin Vinny, Vincent LaGuardia Gambini or something.
Yeah, I don't I'm not sure how much of the album is supposed to be that character.
Apparently the entire thing, it's Vincent LaGuardia Gambini sings for you or something. Is that what it's called?
He sings Just for You, which I thought
Sings
was
just for you.
interesting because none of these songs pertain to me at all
The only one I
when I
connected
was
to
thinking
was
about
was
it.
the rap song Wise Guys.
I
It's the
mean,
only
if
one I
we're
was just like,
I
this is
mean,
clearly he's rapping at me,
we don't
threatening
have to
me.
get we don't have to get into our favorite songs just yet, but
I just said that was the one I connected to the most. Okay.
it was, I mean, it's bitches that it gets
It's the bitches. Oh, Jesus
you
Christ.
know?
So I think we could safely say and assume that every single person would agree with us that Joe Pesci is not a good singer.
I think that's hideously ignorant,
Patently false.
patently false,
You call me an ignorant slut?
copyrightedly not true. I think
Trademarkedly.
he's it's just so weird because he just has this mobby kind of like New Yorky kind of fucking accent the whole time.
Yeah, like old school
Um,
New York.
yeah,
Like you said,
and
New York.
New York, and he's kind
Yeah.
of, you know, I'm a wise guy,
Oh my God.
and it like a lot of the album he's talking about like, oh, no, I'll put a hit on you,
Yeah.
and he's just like personifying some kind of like vague mob character.
Yeah.
I didn't.
Oh, all my family expects me to pay for their weddings.
I
I,
looked at a little synopsis of My Cousin Vinny, and I don't. It's not a mob movie, is it?
no, it's just basically a fish out of water story where like these his cousin, Vinny's cousin, the younger guy played by Karate Kid, he gets like
Oh,
basically mistaken as like a murderer. Like they get falsely accused of murder. And his cousin is Joe Pesci, and he's like, "Hey, I'll get my cousin to come defend us in court." And Joe Pesci's like never done defense lawyer or something like that, or he's never
sure.
actually, he
Yeah.
does like certain types of court cases. So the whole thing is like him trying to figure it out, and then blah blah. But it's a great movie if you've never seen it. It's like legitimately a good movie.
You know, well, after listening to this album, I kind of want to know everything I can about the guy because he has such a range of influences,
Oh
such a
yeah.
range of dynamic, just like volumes, feelings, tones throughout
Mm-hmm.
this entire record. Uh, if it doesn't snow on Christmas is a beautiful subversion of the Christmas song and the Christmas feel, talking about it. Well, if it doesn't snow on Christmas, where the fuck is Santa gonna pull his sleigh? You
Right.
know?
Yeah. I mean,
Um,
it's all really highbrow, really just like college educated,
and like if you didn't get it, Lucas,
well
that's
read.
totally
No, no,
understandable.
no, no,
Because
no,
you're kind of like not all there in the head, you know what I'm saying?
no. I get it. I get it. I get it.
Oh, you get it.
Um, I get that he's a terrible singer. I get that the gimmick was played out 2 minutes into the first song. And I get that Joe Pesci is, other than I've Got News for You, which is like an awful 80s, like Bad to the Bone ripoff, and the super old school, like loungy, How Do You Like Me So Far?
Yeah.
He can't sing for shit, but he does rap on the album, and he might be one of my favorite rappers now.
Real? Yeah.
Not
Wow.
gonna lie. It's
I,
so bad that I love it.
it is like the most like, oh yeah, rap. I've heard of that. I could probably make that happen.
Like he heard one Warren G song and he was just like, okay, I get it.
I could I could do that any day of the week.
Yeah. Well,
Uh,
you call this music.
here's an here, there is an unfortunate aspect of all this in all sincerity. Is that there are a couple very catchy moments on this album
That's what
that
like
do get stuck in my head.
the one thing I do have to say about this record is that whoever's playing, whoever the musicians are pretty good.
Sure, why not? You
Yeah,
know,
they don't make me want to fucking stick a chopstick in my ear like Joe Pesci's voice does.
um, do you want to get into? Are we doing ratings first? Are we still trying to go with that, or are we
I
doing?
think it's let's do that. But I do want to say that I like that one of the only reviews I could find on this album was on All Music, and they rated it 1 star, and they said they wanted to give it a negative rating, but their system doesn't allow it, and it has like
Fuck.
eight. It has 8 user reviews, and it averages to 4 stars. Like it's hilarious to me. Some people truly like appreciate trash, and honestly, I'm one of those people with certain things. Like I like bad movies, I like bad TV. I even like bad tattoos. Like sometimes when people get a shitty tattoo just as a
Well,
joke or
yeah. I
something.
mean,
Like,
like I've seen your arm.
yeah, you've seen all my tattoos. I clearly like bad tattoos,
Yeah.
but I cannot listen to bad music unironically or whatever. Like, it drives me fucking
I
mad.
I think if some music is like really leaning into a goofy part of themselves, like that fucking thrash metal band we were listening to a
Municipal
while ago,
waste.
Municipal Waste. If they're like
Yeah,
they kind of understand what they are, they're leaning into it, they're being like going all into it. I think that's a nice goofy cool way to go about it. Um it's I don't think it some people enjoy bad music and bad albums like you do bad movies. Um
I don't see how it's possible.
but
It's like
I
grading.
I think it could be nice for a moment. There have been songs I've hung on to for years because of how bad they are.
Like what?
Um well, like, like Ice JJ Fish, fucking, Ice JJ Fish, like fucking Cupcake's earlier stuff.
Sure.
Um though fucking Rep Cupcake, super big ally, really cool person. Um
I have no idea what the fuck you're talking about right now.
really?
Yeah,
No, no
never heard of any of
fucking
these people.
jeez. Fucking I'm 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 not a fan of outsider music. You know what I'm talking
Well,
about?
no.
Daniel Johnston. Um, Hi, how are you? The Frog.
Yes.
Yeah, you know of that guy. There's the fucking Shags. Uh no, there's
No.
fucking well, in any case,
All right. Let's yeah, before we get into our choice nugs, our two favorite songs, if they exist,
I do.
let's go ahead and rate this thing. What are you gonna rate this album, Ash?
I don't want to be too. I want to come at this with an open mind. I don't want to be too critical of it, but I'm also not gonna like overpraise it at all. I
Yeah.
want to get like a nice even level on it. I'm giving it a 10 out of 10. I think the thing
You
that it does
fucking dick.
best is it just like dynamically reaches across the entire scope of music until
Jesus
the second
Christ.
half where he gets bored and he just does the lounge and jazz thing over and over again.
Fucking Gen Zers and your irony.
It's
I don't know
I did
what are
say it
you?
was very sincere.
What are you?
What am I?
Yeah,
I'm
are
a,
you
I'm a
Gen
Joe
Z?
Pe- I'm a fucking Joe Pesci head now. I'm a
You're
fucking
you're
Pesh
a
head.
yeah. You're a pesh head.
I'm a Pesh head.
Oh God.
Um, I don't think his voice is that bad. I don't think it's like I don't think it's like operatically great or anything, but it's also like it's a vibe, it's an accent,
Oh, get the
it's a
fuck out of
feel.
here. Oh boy.
You can't tell me take your love and shove it is not a beautiful sentiment in a nice little song, a nice little swingy number.
No, I can't tell you that, and I will. It's terrible.
Hmm, okay. Well,
Rarely do I get angry listening to music. And now this is coming from a Joe Pesci fan.
well, apparently not a fan of his music. I'm gonna just be nice to him. I don't assume you're gonna go anywhere under an 8, but I don't really know how you're gonna land on this one.
I'm worried about giving you my rating now.
What is it, like a
But it's
8.7, like a
I don't
9.3?
know. I think it's gonna ruin your Christmas.
No, Lucas, you're one of my best friends. I
Uh-huh.
trust that you wouldn't do anything like that to ruin my good holiday cheer. Lately, I've been coping with the kind of Christmas thing, the Christmas facts, the parallels of Christmas music, and the worst moments of my life.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been really kind of getting in the spirit. My partner's helped me with that. Really loves to decorate, really loves to get in the
Okay.
spirit of things.
Okay.
So just go ahead and give me that fucking rating, you know?
You
Like,
still have you did give me yours. It's a 10 out of 10.
it's a 10 out of 10, yeah.
Oh,
So
jeez.
just like I'm hoping, above a 7, you know?
All right, well, hold your breath. I like everything I've said so far. I'll repeat some of it. I think Joe Pesci, his voice is mostly terrible. There's a couple songs on here that he legitimately sounds like he could be a lounge singer, but it is not good. Um, I think the production, we didn't bring that up, but the production on the album I think is just god awful. It's very 90s and it just has no soul to it at all. It feels like a very empty production. They
Sure.
clearly didn't spend a lot of time on this record, and why would they? My favorite part about this album is that Marissa Tomei sings with him on "I Can't Give You Anything But Love,"
Yeah,
and
she kind of sings the majority of that song, if I
yeah, even
remember
though she's
correctly.
awful, but I love her. This is legitimately probably one of the worst records I think I've listened to, or one of my least favorite records that we've listened to on this podcast. And I used to listen to a lot of Cold Chamber, so that should tell you something.
Wow. They're in a lot of the same circles.
I mean, they run in the same crowd.
Yeah.
They probably hung out a lot while they were recording this album. I pretty much hated every minute of it, other than my two songs that I hated the least, I guess. So I'm gonna give this like a point 0.5 out of 10. Like a point 0.5. Like a
Like a
Merry
9.
Christmas.
Did you say a 9.5? Did you skip
No,
for
like
a second on the
a 0.5 uh
out of 1?
out of
Or
10. Like a
I,
point like a point 0.5.
I, I guess I just didn't see this coming. Um,
Mm.
why?
I feel like I've listed many reasons why.
I feel like no real reasons.
I feel like I have been talking
I
for the last 20 minutes about why.
What is it?
I've been laying it on thick.
Is it just that you're in a bad mood? Maybe is
You
it
know
just
what?
that you've kind of been dealing with a lot of stress?
You know what? Not in the best mood, but no, it's one of those things that's like
Oh, well,
if I want to put myself in a bad mood, I know exactly where to go to now. I know exactly what to listen to.
okay. That's. Do you have a bunch of like? Oh, did you shit in your ears this week?
No,
Did you just like accidentally shit into your ears?
I do have several sticks up my butt. So
Okay.
there's that.
Well, that's not unusual.
No, but it's not very comfortable.
All right. Well, I mean, I guess
Kind of gives me the grumps.
we'll kind of move on, I guess, to
Yeah.
the two nugs if you want.
Yeah, and I'll go first because I'm more important and I'm older.
I I'm sorry. It's just
I'm
taking me. I'm
wiser.
just processing a lot
I'll let
at
you
the
process.
moment.
I'll let you process and I'll
Let me
talk about one
process.
of my favorite songs, which is Wise Guys, which
That's
is
one of
the
mine as
one.
well.
Oh my God.
It's
I
the
can't believe
bitches that
he's
are getches.
rapping.
Lovely day in the neighborhood. Lovely day in the neighborhood. The wise guy.
For a drive-by, right? It's
Yeah,
a
for a
lovely day in the
drive
neighborhood for a
by.
drive-by. Apparently, the music is kind of ripping off Blondie's Rapture,
Is
which
that right?
yeah, which I didn't really hear that. Like I heard Warren G all over this, like G Funk,
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's not.
Regulators.
Yeah. Um,
Dude, apparently the lyrics were written by Nas for this song.
that's not right. That can't be right.
The only source I have for that is an Amazon review by some rando
They
who
were. Oh,
loved
they were
this
like.
album.
It sounds like Nas wrote these because Pesci's a really good lyricist.
He said written by Nas. The Wise Guys was whatever, whatever. But it's an Amazon review. Clearly, they can't be trusted because they liked this album. They gave it like an 8. But
Fuck yes, let's go.
but Wikipedia says it was actually co-written by a duo called the Trackmasters, who have worked with Nas and like Notorious B.I.G. and Jay-Z and Destiny's Child and a bunch of other people. So who fucking knows?
I mean, if I had the opportunity to write for Joe Pesci, I would take it as well.
I mean, who wouldn't? You'd be an idiot to not do that.
Yeah, right.
You'd be like, you want me to write a shitty rap song for you? Like, I can definitely do that.
I'll have it to you by tomorrow. Give me
I'll have
fucking
it to you
two
in
hours.
5 minutes. But I do love "It's a Lovely Day in the Neighborhood" for a drive-by. That's a great line.
For a drive by. I think it's probably the stupidest, most catchy song on the record.
For sure.
There's a lot of like ear bug things that kind of get in there if you're not careful.
Mhm.
Um,
What was he saying? Bitches get snitches. What is it?
it's the bitches that it gets you.
It's the bitches that'll get you. Oh,
And
Jesus Christ.
if I've heard a more relatable line in a song, I don't remember it.
Oh, I mean, yeah, me and you are pretty thug life where we talk about bitches a lot.
We've talked a lot about the bitches and how they
Mm-hmm.
do get you if you aren't careful about it.
A bitch will get you. A bitch will get you.
Bitch will get. We've been
Yeah.
saying it since episode 1.
Bitches love to get you.
And what is your second nug? If
That
I
was a
had to
tough one.
ask.
But legitimately, I will say there was one song that I did like the music on this album.
Okay, was it Yo Cousin Vinny Italian?
Believe it or not, no.
Spanish?
Believe it or not, no. But I was impressed that he was singing in Spanish and in Italian. I got to
And
give
it
him
is
that.
just him. Yeah.
And it's just him. Yeah. But it was How Do You Like Me So Far? The super jazzy, loungy song.
Yeah, yeah. That is the I think it's the first like super loungy, like
Super.
brushes on the snare kind of.
Mm. Really good like jazz guitar work. Like great jazz guitar on that song.
Yeah, it's just real nice. It's like just plugging straight into an amp, no effects, no nothing,
And
just
just like
really.
like actually fucking noodling, like doing pretty good. And Pesci's voice sounds like fucking halfway decent on this
And
song.
apparently that's fucking Slash on the guitar.
I just
Slash wrote the guitar parts for that
honestly, I
song.
don't know what to believe anymore with this album. Like, I feel like this album doesn't really exist, and me and you just had a collective fever dream, and somehow like met somewhere in the middle, and we just invented this album. It's like how Slender Man like came to existence because enough people believed in it. I feel like this
We've
album
just
came to
brought
existence
it into
because
the
me and you
universe.
wanted it. Yeah,
Yeah.
we
And
fostered
boy,
this into the universe.
did I want it. Did I
Apparently,
want it? Yes. Yes,
what
I
was
did.
your other choice, Nug?
You know, there were a lot of
You're doing a little New York affectation now.
there were a lot of Yo
You
Cousin
know,
Vinny's that I could have chosen from. But my favorite had to be the English Yo Cousin Vinny. I gotta say.
the opening track.
The opening track, yes. I thought the music was very innovative, as I like to say.
Innovative.
Innovative. Innovative.
Okay.
Yes. Um, it's just like a nice, fun, fucking song to shake your little
Who are
tatas
you?
to. Huh?
Who are you now? What have you become?
A lot's changed in like the 3 weeks since we've seen each
Yeah,
other
I feel like I'm
last.
talking to a whole new person. I don't know. I'm scared.
I've watched Goodfellas 100 times since we last saw each other.
Nonstop since we last talked.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
like, for as long as I can remember, I've always wanted to be a lounge singer.
I always wanted to be a singer of the arts.
Yeah, I always wanted to go in front of a big band and sing to all the bitches that'll get you.
But just the chords, hey cousin Vinny, yo cousin Vinny,
Yeah. Oh,
tell me what is it that you can do for me?
he leans into the character that he's playing in this, like literally right off the bat on the album. The only part that I like about Yo Cousin Vinny is at the end, everyone, like when the music ends, they all go, fuck. Because he
That's
cusses
your.
a lot on this record.
He does. It's
Yeah.
very casual. It's very smooth,
Yeah,
like
it's kind of
fucking
like me, you
whiskey.
know? It's
Yeah.
like a rolls off the tongue, you know, a good fuck here and there. It's just like it feels natural, you
Fuck.
know?
Yeah. Right.
Fuck.
Um. And so that's that.
That's
You
that
know what I'm
album,
saying?
dude.
That's that
We
album.
did it. We did
Would
it.
you? How many people would you recommend it to if you had to? From like 1 to 10.
um, however, whoever thinks that they're as delusional as you are being on this episode, I would recommend it to all those people.
I hope a lot of people think they're as delusional as me.
I wish people thought that they were as delusional as I am. I fucking wish they would. No, I wouldn't
uh,
recommend this album to anyone. If someone came to me asking for an album that's just like, what is one of the dumbest things you've ever heard? I would definitely highly recommend this record.
okay.
Yeah,
Sounds like
I'm
you're
surprised
just.
at how surprised you are.
It sounds like you're just roasting it to sound cool. You
You know
know?
what? I am a millennial, you know,
Oh,
so
is that right?
it's cool to not like things
Okay. Yeah,
as
I
a
get that.
millennial.
I get that.
And yeah, you know, I'm just kind of like I'm sugar crashing. I'm yeah, I'm sleeping in a twin bed as a grown ass man for 9 days,
Yeah.
dealing
Yeah.
with, you know, annoying family and really goddamn cold. And I haven't felt warm since I got to Austin. So uh,
And this was the perfect thing to warm you back up. That
this
is
this
such a beautiful sentiment.
this
Thank
brought me
you.
back to,
Thank you guys for listening.
mm,
What were you saying something?
no, nothing. I got nothing.
Yeah, all right. Thank you guys so much for listening. Our next episode is going to be the annual Buddies Awards, which is we've extremely prepared for. One,
Oh,
we're
I've been
extremely
studying.
ready to record. Two,
Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah.
we have all the songs and albums for three.
It's going to be a grand awards show. We might have guests on it. Who knows? You know, it's always kind
Probably
of like
not.
we free ball it every time we do it, you know?
We really, we're just picking the awards on the spot. We're kind of
Yeah.
making up the categories on the spot.
Yeah.
I am gonna be wearing a dress, so I expect you to
Okay.
be wearing a suit, at least.
Um, that may be impossible.
Impossible, you say?
It may be Kim Possible.
Well, that's a whole other thing. Kim Possible can do anything.
When are we going to start our Kim Possible podcast, Kim Possible?
Kim Possible is coming out in 2023.
Nice.
Yep, it's gonna be February 1st.
Like we've
Uh,
recorded like 12 episodes of it already. Like I've been waiting for you to put it
it's
out.
I mean, we've been recording about every other day for the last couple months.
Kim Possible. That's
Just talking
exciting.
about it's gonna be fascinating.
It's gonna be really fun. I really am excited to talk about her fucking lemur or whatever pet she has.
Okay, Ron, her best friend has a naked mole rat. If that's what you're thinking of, you're being very disrespectful to everybody right now.
Oh,
Everybody listening, which speaking of which, thank you guys for listening. Thank you for
yeah,
watching
yeah,
YouTube, anywhere you
yeah,
find podcasts. We're on
yeah.
Instagram at EBPcasts.
Sure,
That's I don't know why you're saying it like that. It's true.
sure, sure.
Okay.
Yeah,
You can find Vincent LaGuardia Gambino sings Just for You on all
on all
streaming
streaming
services.
platforms.
It's everywhere that you go and everywhere that you think you can hide.
Listen
It
to
is
this
there.
album and tell them that Earbuds sent you.
Tell them the bud sent you.
Tell them hey, the Buds brought me here.
Um, and look forward to the next episode. Looking forward to 2023. Merry
Yeah,
Christmas to you, Lucas. I'm very
Merry
glad I
fucking
only had to.
Christmas.
I was only contractually obligated to listen to one Christmas song, and it was sung
Yeah,
by Joe Pesci.
I gotta ask, how many times did you listen to this album?
I kind of listened to this album today.
Yeah, same. I was like, I listened to this once right before we record. I'm like, I am not giving this any more time.
No, I like was half listening to it one time. I was like, this is the kind of thing I could just listen to right before we
It,
record and it'll be
yeah,
fine.
there's not a lot there. Not a lot to break down.
I would say this. I think this album will not be making any of our awards. I feel like that would be
No,
cheating
well, we'll see.
because it would win all the worst awards,
That's what I mean.
and that's
Yeah,
unfair to all the
it
other
might sweep.
records.
It might sweep the
It would
fucking
be the sheer mag of
the worst stuff.
2022.
Exactly. Yeah. Oh man, I forgot how much we hated that shit.
Can we bring that back?
Oh, we have to.
Just fucking worst albums of 2021 that I remember us talking about.
But it's always nice to sit here and talk to you. So at least we had that.
It's always nice to sit here and listen to you complain.
Okay, bye.
Bye.